What if the key to conquering the world was to give up everything? Not wealth, not armies, not kingdoms, but your clothes, your food, even your very desires. What if I told you that the greatest revolution in ancient India wasn't fought with armies, elephants, or swords, but with silence, hunger, and the refusal to harm even the smallest insect? This is the story of Mahavira, a prince who abandoned everything and became the 24th Tirthankara of Jainism, a teacher whose call to non-violence would echo through Gandhi's movement and into our world today. But here's the mystery. Why does history remember the Buddha so clearly, yet Mahavira, his contemporary, remains in the shadows? Was he a saint, a radical philosopher, or the missing voice in our understanding of ancient India? The 6th century BCE was an age of turbulence. In the Gangetic plains, kingdoms rose and fell. Sacrificial fires burned in Vedic altars, priests chanted hymns, and wealth flowed through new cities. But alongside power came doubt. Was ritual really the path to truth? It was also the axial age, when Confucius in China, the Buddha in India, and the prophets in Israel all redefined what it meant to live a good life. Mahavira belongs here, but unlike the rest, his voice is nearly forgotten. And to hear that voice, we must return to his birth. Around 599 BCE, in the kingdom of Vaishali, a child was born into privilege. He was named Vardhamana, ever increasing. Later, he would be known as Mahavira, the great hero. Prophets predicted two destinies. Either he would rule as a universal monarch, or he would renounce everything and lead a spiritual revolution. His father, King Suddhodana, hoped for the first. But fate whispered otherwise. If wisdom like this speaks to you, you are already part of a rare circle of seekers. Support this journey, become a member, and help keep these forgotten stories alive. At the age of 30, Vardhamana turned away from silk and palaces. He renounced his inheritance, family, and status. According to Jain tradition, he even gave up clothing, walking into the world naked, a symbol of ultimate detachment. Imagine the shock of his people. A prince choosing hunger over banquets, insults over respect, pain over comfort. But what could drive a man to embrace such extremes? For 12 long years, Mahavira wandered. He fasted until his ribs showed. He remained unmoved while dogs bit him. He swept the path before him to avoid killing insects. Every insult, every blow, every humiliation, he accepted without anger. His silence was his shield. Did he doubt? Did he dream of returning to the palace? The stories are silent, but in that silence, he found clarity. And clarity would lead to awakening. At the age of 42, Mahavira achieved Kevala Jnana, infinite knowledge. What did he see? That every soul was eternal, but bound by karma like chains. That liberation, moksha, was possible, but only through discipline, self-control, and compassion. No gods to save you, no rituals to buy your freedom, only personal effort. This made Jainism one of the world's earliest religions without a creator god, a radical idea even today. Mahavira's teachings were simple in words, impossible in practice. Ahimsa, absolute nonviolence. Satya, truth in all things. Asteya, no stealing. Brahmacharya, celibacy. Aparigraha, non-possession. Think about it. Even monks wore cloth masks to avoid inhaling organisms. They drank filtered water to protect microscopic life. This was ethics pushed to its ultimate edge. And yet this radical vision created not isolation, but a community. Mahavira founded the Sangha, a community of monks, nuns, and lay people. Unlike the rigid caste hierarchies of his time, the Sangha was open to all. Kings, farmers, outcasts, and women sat together on equal terms. This was revolutionary. For the first time, liberation was not the privilege of priests, but the birthright of anyone who dared to seek it. Conquer yourself, and you conquer the world. If this truth awakens you, join us on this journey. Subscribe and walk the path. In 527 BCE, Mahavira reached parinirvana, final liberation, at Pavapuri. Here's a hidden detail. For Jains, Diwali does not celebrate wealth or the victory of kings. It marks the night Mahavira's soul was freed forever. When lamps are lit across India, Jains remember not Lakshmi or Rama, but the silence of their teacher's liberation. But Mahavira's influence did not die with him. It traveled further than anyone could imagine. Jain merchants carried his message along trade routes. They built dazzling marble temples in Rajasthan, carved entire cave complexes at Ellora, and preserved scriptures with meticulous devotion. Even though Jains never became a majority, their influence was enormous. They pioneered vegetarianism and environmental ethics. They contributed massively to India's art and mathematics. Their vow of nonviolence would later inspire Mahatma Gandhi, who declared that without Jainism, Satyagraha, truth force, could never have been born. Did Mahavira's aura tame wild animals? Did he truly endure fire and storms without moving? Perhaps these are legends, metaphors for inner strength. But archaeology confirms this. Jainism has survived unbroken for more than 2,500 years. A religion of less than 1% of India's population, yet with global influence. Even today, Jains are among India's wealthiest communities. Proof that nonviolence and business can thrive side by side. Why, then, is Mahavira overshadowed by the Buddha? Both lived in the same age, taught renunciation, and founded orders of monks. Yet history and global imagination has crowned one and hidden the other. Maybe the answer is simple. The Buddha preached balance, the middle way. Mahavira preached extremes, renunciation so radical it scared most people. But sometimes, the forgotten voices carry the deepest truths. Mahavira's challenge still stands. Can you live without harming, without craving, without clinging? Can you conquer yourself instead of others? He did not ask for worship, only awareness. Not sacrifice, only discipline. Not rituals, only mindfulness. And that raises the ultimate question. If one man, 2,500 years ago, could abandon everything and awaken, what stops you from awakening today? The one who conquers himself is the greatest victor. If these teachings stir something within you, take the step that few ever do. Subscribe. Though only 1% of seekers truly walk this path.